Well, anyone in my position wants to retire cool early, of course, but you have to look at the total cost of doing it. In our case, we have to look at the total cost and the availability and reliability of supply. My view is slightly different than the theoretical discussion about what government should do. Obviously, any government should aim to retire or phase out coal earlier, right? But as with everything and anything else, all these discussions are hypothetical unless you create the practical options for the government to consider. Because you have these constraints. You have the cost and you have the reliability issue, How can you ensure your reliable energy supply, right? And that's what we are focusing through an ETR. And that's also, if you look at how we have approached reform so far, right? We spend less talking about it because you need infrastructure and enablers first. Then you have the policy option. Take, for example, subsidy retargeting. The country has been talking about it for ages. You know why it was very difficult? Because there was no database. There was no centralized database. So that's why I know that people make fun. It's like what's the preoccupation with database? Because with a national consolidated database that gives the government the ability to equitably and fairly assess a household's socio-economic position, it allows us all other options. We can do it either by cash transfer, by card, by consumption, because we have the base for it, So unless you focus on that and pull that one off, all the other discussions are academics. We are locked by the PPA. If we don't have PPA and we don't have to compensate, it's a lot easier. But imagine it's a double cost because we have to pay for the new capacity, we also have to pay for the grid. When we say we, I mean the public, So imagine not only that the public has to pay for all this, the public also have to take from taxpayers, public purse, to pay for these IPPs, just to early retire them. So, it's like, I personally think that if there are ways that we can access different funds, I would avoid using, using public money, especially when energy transition and net zero commitments should be looked in totality, not just in power sector.